The king's weaver, bow, then saunters back to the door. I narrow my eyes after him. I saw the way he looked at Caleb Allen. And Caleb Allen is worthy of looking at. But Valtaire has been in his own funk for most of this year, making a show of his various conquests at court. If you take up with Caleb, I say, then stop. I don't know what I was going to say. Don't hurt him. Be discreet, because he's a commoner and you're the son of a count? That's never stopped Valtaire before, and that's never bothered me before. Caleb Allen, for all his fierce determination in unraveling Nikolai Matril's weaving, seems more genuine than most in this court. He met my eyes in the throne room, and that is something that few people have dared these days. Valtaire stops at the door and rolls his shoulders. He's not my type, Tor. He's adorable, but not my type. I'm not sure that's true, but he's giving me space. For what? For what? I don't know. If it would be scandalous for Valtaire to take up with a common village mage, it would be impossible for a king. I sigh, dropping my head in my hands as the door closes behind him. Is he right about asking Caleb for help, though? Does this new weaver, who has enough willpower to both contain and unravel another weaver's ambitious weaving, hold the key to the answers I need? I have to try. God's help me, but I'm desperate, and I have to try. As part of our learning how to fit in with the court as mage candidates, and the other mages learning if we can, we eat our meals with the court in the Great Hall. I'm no stranger to palaces, and I've seen the Borellan throne room, but the Great Hall is something else entirely. It stretches out before me, a vast expanse of gray stone, marble accents, and gold that seems to drink in the sunlight streaming through the towering windows, taming it into shadows. Tapestries cling to the walls, and an entire wall of hearths roars, but they can barely keep the cavernous room warm. I only hope the weather will turn toward the spring mildness we should be having soon. I push up my spectacles and step in with the rest of the candidates, careful to look impressed and intimidated by it all. I glance up at the high table, where King Toravan is scowling at his food. Does the man ever smile? His strong jaw is set, and his brow furrows as he takes in each face around him. My pulse quickens as his gaze catches mine and lingers, then passes on. What was that look? Truly, what was that look? I take a deep breath, and the sense of freshly baked bread and roasted meats makes my stomach rumble. Or maybe it's the nerves. I'm not looking at the high table now as we wait for direction on where to sit, but I'd noticed a young woman beside Toravan. She has to be Princess Elsira, whose hair is just as dark and thick as his. Her face, a slightly darker brown, round and sweet, and her eyes are brown, not his lighter gray-green. She is his younger sister, I gather, by all of 2 hours. I sneak another glance, just one. She seems lost in thought, her gaze distant and unfocused. She's not scowling like her brother, but she's not smiling either. I jump as a mage candidate near me laughs at something one of the others just said. None of the other candidates have talked to me since the night before, and maybe that's well. Friendships could complicate things for me, and Nikolai, at least, has taken to ignoring me entirely. So when servants show up to escort each of us mage candidates to different places around the room, I'm not overly worried. I get worried, though, when I'm guided to a mid-tier table, where I find myself seated next to Lord Valtaire. Gods, the king's best friend. Shouldn't he be at the high table? But he smiles at me, his charm turned all the way up, and I remember that he's well known to prefer men. And at the moment, oh yes, I appear to be a man. That could be a problem. He is handsome, of course, in that rakish sort of way that all court rogues have. He's twirling a spoon in slim fingers that have never seen a day's hard work, I'd swear, and grinning at me, very obviously not trying to hide his interest. Gods, if I'd decided to try and disguise myself as another woman at court and someone in his position was showing me this kind of interest, I might try to take advantage of it. But here, being Caleb and infinitely